Good evening and welcome to the Kim B. Davis Show. I'm your host, Kim B. Davis, and this evening we have a very special treat. We have Mr. Quandell Wright. He is the creator, founder, and owner of the William Palmer brand in Detroit. Now, let me tell you guys, I was so excited to actually score an interview with him because I saw him in Essence magazine, and he is a native born Detroiter. And as everyone knows, I love purses. And so I saw an article talking about your bags. So we want to learn all there is to know about the William Palmer brand and what brought you to this. So good evening, Quandell Wright.
How you doing? How you doing, Kim?
I'm good, good. All right, so let's get to it. So tell us, what is William Palmer and how did it all come to be?
Well, William Palmer actually is the name of my grandfather. William is my grandfather. He was a designer himself, a tailor out of Flint, Michigan, many years ago before he passed. And Palmer came from a friend of mine named Dorian. His grandfather's last name is Palmer. So, like in 10th grade, I was trying to figure out a name, which was going to be William Wright. It just didn't sound right. I was just sketching, just cursive, doing some fonts, practicing fonts. And he was like, "What about William Palmer?" And I was like, "Man, that sounds sweet." I'm like, we just talked about it. And from there, I just kept it in the vault and never forgot about it. So that's where the name William Palmer came from.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. So tell us what you designed.
So I designed, of course, like the original pieces, the basic pieces in fashion, hoodies, t-shirts, joggers, jackets. Let me see. What else? Accessories, of course. Mm-hmm. I want to go further, which I am working on things like that now, but just the, everyday essentials, that we need for fashion to wear, whatever the case might be. So, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the Essence article because it focused on there's a particular style brand of purse that you actually designed, which is a gorgeous bag, I must say. And with the name, it fits. What inspires you to create the pieces that you create?
Fashion is art. Fashion is art. I always say that. There's no right or wrong way you could go with fashion. We see it every day. Whatever, most creatives, whatever comes to mind, we just kind of like bring it to life. It don't really matter if it makes sense or not. We just like, hey, look, this is what I created. This is my vision. Here go a gift to the world. The pyramid bag, the triangle bag, it means a lot. Of course, the pyramid represent our culture, our people. Also, I love the triangle. The triangle represent balance. If you look it up, the meaning of it represent balance. It's one of the most strongest shapes out of all of the shapes. You can balance anything on a triangle, like the scale. Mm-hmm. So it's a very important shape. A lot of, triangles is used for many things throughout the world. And when I was talking with the manufacturer overseas about it, they were showing me bags that they create. Mm-hmm. And they was like, hey, look, here go this bag, go this bag. I think it was like a bag that they created for like, I want to say like Glamaholics, but it had like different letters all over it, not the G's, but it was like a sample. And I was like, no, I'm like, somebody already do that. Like, I want her to have that, like, to continue to have that, like, and then they showed me that triangle bag and I was like, that fits me. That fits everything. And they was like, you sure? Because nobody liked these bags. And I was like, I like them. So we got the sample, did some alterations with them. And from there, it just went crazy. It went crazy. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So that's amazing when you talk about balance in your design. So your designs have meaning. Yes. What do you want to accomplish through your designs?
That's a good question. I was never asked that before. I just want to, what do I want to accomplish through all my designs? What I want people to see. I want people to see freedom. Mm-hmm. I want people to see like, hey, look, I could do anything that I want to do. Whatever I create could come into fruition, and I think that's very, very important, especially people that look like us, younger generations that's, before my time, who think that it's like, it's too, it's too late to do anything. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? You can still do what you want to do, but especially the generation behind me, Like, hey, look, I want you to see what I'm doing and letting you know that you can do this too. I'm opening up these doors for you as well. So while I'm opening it for me, I'm leaving them open for you. So I just want I want my designs. I want people to see like a passport to, to their next level. Like, hey, look, I could do that. Maybe I could come out with this type of bag because he came out with that type of bag. That's what we want. I want you to feed off me. Like, yeah, this is it. I want this to work. This could work for me. It worked for him. It could work for me. And then you pass that down. I want to be a portal. I want to leave open portals for people, for our people especially, not taking away nothing for any other culture, but I'm gonna just be realistic. Like, I'm creating portals for my people that we need to walk through and get to that next level, and I think that's very, very important. So yeah, freedom for sure.
Awesome. I like that. Okay. So
Thank
now
you.
I want to go back to something and keep that in mind because we're going to come back
Mhm.
to that. So you said in high school, you were trying to figure out what the name was. So
Right.
when did you start? When did you first learn or figure out that you were a designer or have an interest in designing?
When I was 8 years old, yeah, I started sketching when I was 8. I was started sketching like gym shoes and